Well, it was another slow month for Brampton in terms of real estate sales, like buying or selling. Everything was down. Prices were down. Number of sales were down. It was a scary, scary month. I know you're not supposed to make Halloween jokes after Halloween, but yes, it was scary. So what I'm going to do first in this video is I'm going to focus on Brampton, but what I want to show you guys first was overall, like on the whole Toronto real estate board, how many homes have been selling every single month, and then we will get into Brampton. And the peak of the market was 10,867 sales, and the slowest month we've had so far this year has been July, and October is right now the second slowest month of the year, and it was not far off. It was not far off from the slowest month of the year. Now let's get into Brampton. Brampton was pretty much identical to September in terms of number of homes sold, 405 in September and 405 in October. September, October have been the slowest months of the year for Brampton. So I would expect winter to be even slower than 405. That's just a guess. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now let's get into prices. Just a sneak peek on the prices. We're going to go month by month, but if you guys just want a quick overview of prices, detached homes are down 30% since the peak of the market this year, which was in February and March. And freehold townhouses are down 25% in average prices. Condos are down 21%. So now let's get into the actual numbers. And first, I'm going to cover detached average prices, then I'll get into median as well. Just so you guys can get like a more of a complete picture, because average prices tend to be a bit all over the place. So the peak of the market in for detached homes in Brampton happened to be in January. Average price for a detached home was 1.65. I'm aging myself here, but I remember when I started real estate, we were selling detached homes in like Fletcher's Meadow and those areas for like $300,000, and anything around city center, those older detached homes, they were selling for like 225. And imagine a detached home selling for 1.65, and now they are down to 1.16 in October. That is a drop of $488,000 in only a matter of 10 months. So almost a $500,000 drop in 10 months. Now let's look at detached median prices. Pretty much identical here. They are selling for 1.1 in October, and that is a drop of $472,000. And we're not done, but if you guys like this kind of stuff, please subscribe and like, because what happens with YouTube is if they see people liking, commenting, and subscribing, it kind of tells them like, hey, okay, this video is kind of useful to people, so then they pump it out to more people. It does nothing for you. It's just doing me a favor. You know, like you're not going to get anything out of this, but you're just going to be helping me out grow the channel. So that would really help and cheers me up, as always. I always say that because it does. It does cheer me up. Now let's look at freehold townhouses average prices. Average price for a freehold townhouse it went down slightly from September, only about like $1,000. And now they're selling for $886,000 on average. And at the peak of the market in February, they were selling for 1.18, and that is a drop of $293,000 since the peak of the market. Median prices for freehold townhouses, same thing. They were right around 1.18 in February, and now they have dropped to 878. You can see here, I would say since about July, August, like this is where they've kind of bottomed out. I don't know if this is the bottom, and it might go to like 850 or 825. I have no idea. But for the past 3 months or so, they've been kind of hovering around 880. So take what you can from that, but that's just what I've noticed. And so a median price for a freehold townhouse is 878 in October in Brampton. And let's look at condos average prices. Average price peaked for condos, same thing in February as well. February was a very busy month at $693,000, almost $694,000, and now they have dropped to $549,000. That is a drop of $144,000. Now let's look at condos median prices. Same thing. They were selling for $693,000 at the peak of the market in February. Imagine that, like winter's usually slow, but winter was like the busiest month this year. That was actually the peak of the market. And now they are selling median price for a condo, $560,000 in October. That is a drop of $133,000. Now let's do a 4-year comparison, because that's always interesting, right? Because let's see, because the last 2 years have been kind of all over the place. So let's do like a 4-year comparison and see, maybe that might help you out. This some people like a longer study. So this is only for October and only for Brampton average prices. So this is October 2019, October 2020, you get the idea. So a detached house in October in Brampton was selling for $866, went up to $996. That's a big jump as it is in 1 year. Then it took a huge jump, like almost like over $300,000 jump in 2021, and now it is selling for 1.16. So it has dropped quite a bit compared to 2021, but it is still higher than 2020 prices. And I would say it's the same thing for a freehold townhouse. They have finally dropped below 2021 prices, but they're still selling above 2020, which was $719. So it's still a big difference compared to 2020 prices. Maybe leave me a comment down below and let me know, do you guys think that we are going to get to 2020 prices or not? Or is it going to eventually bottom out and then go back up before we reach the 2019 or 2020 prices? I don't know if we'll get to 2019 because that is still like almost like a $400,000, $200,000 difference. So I don't think it's going to go there. But let me know if you guys think it'll reach 2020 prices. And condo, same thing. You could pick up a condo in 2019 for $420,000, and then it took a big jump at $529, and it is still selling above last year's prices in October because condos are still somewhat, attainable, and it is still kind of an entry-level market. But what's hurting the most is the higher end prices like detached homes, semis, and even freehold townhouses. So that is a breakdown by like 4 years. Now, if you guys want to see which one is like the most popular price range right now, you can see here, like what I've done is I broke it down by $500,000 market, like $500 to $1 million, million to $1.5 million, 1.5 to 2, and 2 million plus. So let's just cover the high end markets. You can see here the dark gray and the light gray. At the peak of the market, like look at this, like they were selling over 200 homes between 1.5 to 2, and about 75, 80 homes over $2 million at the peak of the market, like February, March. And now look at them here. Like ever since, I would say July and August, like they are almost non-existent. Anything over 1.5 is just not selling. And if they are, it's very few, like maybe 7 to 10 per month. And right at the peak of the market, the busiest price range was 1 million to 1.5. You can see here like big difference compared to everything else. Almost 500 sales between 1 million to 1.5. And then slowly, when the rate hikes came in, they have been dropping. And now the most popular price range for the past 4 months at least has been $500,000 to $1 million. So this is every type of house, not just detached or semis. This is number of sales for Brampton, and right now the most popular price range is $500 to $1 million, and anything above 1.5 is struggling. So if you guys are going to be thinking of selling your house and you happen to be in this price range, please do a lot of research and see if it's even worth selling at this point, because sometimes it makes sense not to sell. I know as an agent, I'm not supposed to say that, but sometimes it makes sense not to sell or even buy. But as always, please consider subscribing because it does cheer me up. I'm not just making that up. It does cheer me up. And thanks for sticking around for those of you who did. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.